M-Step Math Practice. Your learning target today is I can tell if multiplication and division equations are true or false when one of my factors is 7. And you'll know you're successful when you can test out all of your answers to find if the 7 in each equation makes the equation true or false. This question today is going to be an M-Step type question, and the M-Step is a big test that we are going to be taking in the spring of this year of 3rd grade. So once a week, I'm going to be having us do a practice math problem that will help prepare you for this. And so with this kind of question, we are going to read the question, and just like what you should do when it's the actual M-Step, read the question. Make sure that you understand it, and we are going to test out all of the answers so that we will determine if we have a right answer or a wrong answer. And by testing every single one out, we will be more accurate. So let's read this question. For questions 1A through 1D, choose yes or no to show if the number 7 will make each equation true. So the point of this problem is going to be, I'm going to test out each equation by putting in the number 7, and we are going to see is that true or if it's not true. And we're going to do that right now by testing it out with 1A first. So to find out if we have yeses and nos is to test out each and every part of the problem. So this was one of our first choices, right? 6 times blank equals 36. We need to know if we put in a 7, if that really equals 36. So in order to do that, I'm going to ask myself, okay, does 6 times 7 really equal 36? And I might already know that if I know my fact families, right? But if I don't already know that, I need to use a strategy. And yes, when you're doing the M-Step, you can take as much time as you need. So please make sure that you are really testing out each and every answer, making sure that you are right. Okay, and by doing that, I can get out a piece of paper and I can show my work and I can test out every single problem so I can double check myself and make sure I'm accurate. So I'm going to test out and see really, okay, 6 times 7, does it equal 36? And if not, what does it really equal so I can make sure it's not 36? So I'm going to do equal groups. And if I put 7 in each group, and I'm just going to put the number 7 in there, because not only does that show me that equal groups, that each group has 7, but it's also similar to repeated addition if you think about it, right? It's the same as saying 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, adding 7 6 times, right? I mean, I'm pretty much doing that strategy when I do that. So 7 plus 7 is 14. Another 7 plus 7 is 14. And another 7 plus 7 is 14. So when I add 2 14s together, I get 28. And then the last 14, 28 plus 14, that is 42. So, does 6 times 7 equal 36? No, it does not. So, it actually equals 42, so we know that's a no. For 1B, we need to see if 8 times blank equals 64, with the blank being 7. 8 times 7, does that equal 64? That's going to be my question to myself. And we need to prove if it does or if it doesn't. So, by doing that, again, I can use a strategy. And so this time I'm going to make an array, and I'm going to see if I'm going to follow the direction, and I'm going to put 8 across. That's 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to have 7 going down. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm not going to fill in the rest of the array, right? Because I know if it's a covered array, I don't need to know the rest of what's in here because I know my horizontal line and I know my vertical line. So I have an 8 by 7, and I can split my problem into an 8 times 5 because I know 8 times 5 is 40. And then I have a 8 times 2, and that's 16. What's 40 plus 16? 56. Nice job. So that 8 times 7, well, that's 56, not 64. So again, no, that's not true. So far, we have 2 no's, and so we have 2 more problems to go. Let's see if we get another no or if we get a yes this time. So we have 49 divided by blank equals 7. And I am going to remember that we need to test out and see if 49 divided by 7 equals 7. So that's my question to myself. Does 49 divided by 7 really equal 7? So by doing that, let's use a division strategy. And for this division strategy that I'm going to use, I'm going to have it be equal sharing. And by doing that, I need to make 7 groups. And by doing that, I'm going to equal share 49. Okay, when I divide, I can equally share 49 among the 7 groups. And if I get 7 in each group, then that'll be true. If I don't get 7 in each group, then I'll know that 49 divided by 7 is not 7. So let's test it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sharing 49 equally. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. That's when I stop. And now I'm going to see how many do I have in each group. If I have 7 in this group or in each group, then I'll know that I'm right, that it is 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is 7 in each group. Awesome. So 49 divided by 7 is 7. So I finally have a yes. All right, this is the last problem that we need to test out. So we have 54 divided by blank equals 6. We need to know if I put a 7 in that blank, is that true or not? So 54 divided by 7 equals 6. I need to think about that. And I want you to think about that right now. So I want you to ask yourself, does 54 divided by 7 really equal 6? And I want you to pause the video and I want you to try a strategy out. And then I want you to see if you were right or not. So then when you're done, once you're done writing out your problem on a piece of paper or a whiteboard, resume the video to see if you were correct. So right now, please pause the video and try this one on your own. Okay, I hope that you were able to figure out if it was a yes or a no. So I want you to think about what we did for 1A. Remember, we had to ask ourselves 6 times blank. Does that equal 36? And remember, we said no. We did a strategy for that one, and we found out that 6 times 7, because 7 was in that box, did not equal 36. It equaled 42. We already figured that out. So let's look at 1D. and see how this can help us. 54 divided by 7 equals 6. That's what we are wondering. So if I were to use the inverse operation and switch my sign, that's like saying what multiplication problem? 7 times 6 equals 54. That's that's the same thing as what they're saying right here. And we know that that's the same as saying 6 times 7 equals, and then 54. Was that true though? What did we get for 1A? We did a strategy, so we know we were right. We got 42 as our product, not 54. So we know from doing 1A that actually 7 times 6, or 6 times 7, is 42. So we can already see that we have a no for 1D. Because we know 54 divided by 7 is not 6. What is it actually? Do you know? It's actually 9, not a 7. So sometimes in a problem like this, you can see that you can test out each answer with whatever strategy works for you, but sometimes you can use some of the other questions and all the work that you did for one to help you with the other. Just like 1A really helped me to be able to solve 1D. So when I look back at the final problem again, I can fill out 6 times blank equals 36. Did 6 times 7 equal 36? No. 8 times 7, did that equal 64? No. 49 divided by 7, did that equal 7? Yes. And 54 divided by 7 equals 6. Is that true? No. So we had 3 no's and 1 yes today. So please make sure you remember anytime during the M step that you can take your time and solve each problem by ruling out answers and by checking your answers and by doing that work on a separate piece of paper, because I want to make sure that you can rule out anything that doesn't make sense and answer the problem accurately. So remember, your learning target today is I can tell if multiplication and division equations are true or false when one of my factors is 7. And you'll know you're successful when you can test out all of your answers to find if the 7 in each equation makes the equation true or false.